Hey cousins, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Chrissy Pips, and in today's video I am going to show you guys my backtesting strategy using the replay bar on TradingView. Now, as always, if you guys are here, you're interested, so let's get into it. Now, as you know, one of my favorite pairs is 𝐅𝐿𝐄𝐄, so that's what we're going to use in today's example, okay? Now, this is not the be-all, end-all of backtesting, but this is just my strategy, and I wanted to share that with you guys, okay? So, my suggestion for you would be to do from the daily if you do not have the paid version of TradingView. So, from the daily chart, you would go back about 2 years, right? So we're going to go back to the beginning of 2020. Now, from here, you go up to the top to the replay bar and you drop the marker. So when you click the replay bar, like, it's actually going to cancel out any candles that you see after you drop the line on the chart. Okay? So this made everything disappear after December 30th of 2019. So the way that you would actually play it out is to hit the play button right here, up there, right? And let the bars play out. And pause it when you get to something that you want to mark up, right? So for me, we would draw out a couple of these. Let me turn on my magnet. Draw out a couple of these and say swing high, swing low. It did not hit 786, but it gave us a 50% 618 entry. So safe to say that we got in a couple times here for the buy. So let's turn this green. And here, and then let's look at the takeoff. So we got another swing low to swing high. And this is the highest wick of the highest candle. And we did not get a 786,886, but it's safe to say that we did get 50% 618 entry. Okay. And he gave it to us a couple times. So let's take a look and draw out another fib from low to high and see what entry it gives us now to see what happens. And you guys who do top-down analysis, you understand we start from the daily. We start with a trend line before we start drawing out the smaller fib zones. So definitely, if you're documenting that, draw out your trend lines too, and do the trend line dance. You need 4 points for a trend, so you need a low for an uptrend, a low, high, lower high, higher high, a minimum of 4. So if this is our high, this is the low that created the high. This is the origin of the high. Absolute low, absolute high, origin. Okay, so this is what we would draw out. We have a break of our trend line. So for our back testing, what I would do is grab my notebook at this point and then figure out what my entry information looks like from here, right? So do we want to let it play out a little bit more? See if it gave us a clean break. Now, since it gave us that clean break, here is the entry here. Did it give it to us? It did. I don't even think it touched it. Let's see. So it didn't give us this push here for buyers, or it might have wicked us in barely, right? From here we did get this, so let's draw it out like this. Turn off the magnet. This is going to be our entry, and we have presets, right? So that was our entry. And then if we enter here or around here, let's see where we would be taking a look to take profits, or at least start moving some of our profits off of the table. So let's draw out from high to low at that 50% 618 zone here. So this for me we would put move stop loss. If we're getting in a 50% trade here, then what we would be looking at, our risk to reward. So let's draw this out. If that's our entry, our stop loss is down here, take profit is up here. Does it meet the risk to reward? Right? Let's see. And then we have a break of the trend line. So will we actually get in? And this is the thought process that you're going to go through a lot of these swings, right? So after you determine what happened in this scenario, you're going to let the bar play out again. Okay? It looked like we got a rejection off the trend line, and a lower low was made from here. So what do? You say, you know what, the trend is changing, because we have our 3 points again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Draw out another handy dandy trend line. If this is the low, this is the origin of that low. We can even use this one, but we're gonna take a look at this crazy wick. I wonder what was happening right here. What day was this? The 23rd of 2020. And you can always, it's funny because when I backtest, sometimes with like really weird wicks, I will look up, like Google what happened on that day to see if anything significant happened in the news. And the reason for that, for me, is because I would like to know if there are specific news events or economic events that actually cause there to be spikes in the pair that I'm trading on a regular basis. Those of you who watch the channel regularly, you guys know that I watch 𝐅𝐄𝐄 on a regular basis. If you're new to the channel, 𝐅𝐄𝐄 is primarily what I trade. And the reason for that is twofold. I like to show you guys that if you're trading one pair, you can honestly make some pretty nice gains off of just trading one pair every single week. Like these setups, I try to drop them every week as long as life is not happening, right? But at the end of the year, it's 52 weeks in a year. Let's see how many pips we've gotten over the course of one full year, right? So I really like to trade one pair for that. I do, of course, trade other pairs and cryptos and things like that. But I just like to help people understand that it's easier than you think, and you don't have to like concern yourself with 50,000 pairs or all the pairs, you know. But I digress. So with the replay bar, we would keep going, right? So let's look and see what happened next. Now, at this point, the market is still pushing down. You don't know if you can draw out a fib or not. Maybe you got this retracement here. You're like, okay, we did a drop-based drop, and let's see what happens next, right? So let's see if it gives us the close above so that we can say we're active. Yep. And it shot up to a 786 area. So up here, it gave us that wick again. These are some quick. I need to see if we can slow this down because it's going fast, right? So what we would do is go ahead and drop the lines again. This is our entry, right? If we got in here, what is it that we're looking to do? I love 786s, and they usually happen this time of year. So we go over to our risk to reward, the long position, short position tool. Grab that. This would be our stop loss. This is TP1. I do use the extension tool for my additional TPs, if you did not know. So this is take profit 1, and this is potentially take profit 2 at the 127. Okay, so if you want to get real fancy with it, right? You could go ahead and draw out a secondary long short to see what the risk to reward is on the second trade. So on the first one, it is almost 3-1. On the second one, it's almost 4-1. Okay, so these are setups that I typically like. So let's go ahead and drop the rest of the lines on our chart. So let's drop our stop loss up here. And we're going to draw out both of the take profits. And what you would be doing at this point is just writing everything down in your trading journal, right? So looked at a candle on the daily, and we would say, this is our entry, right? I told y'all I got a lot of presets. So this is the go line. Let's go. Okay. So this is what your trading journal would look like. Let me actually pull up my digital trading journal. You guys will be able to find it in the comment section of this video too. I'll pull up my digital journal so you guys can see a better idea of what it looks like for me. Okay, so here you guys go. This will be inside of the comment section. The link, this is a Google document, so I'll give you guys the link. It has Nash markets that I use to calculate my risk. My FX book you can also use to calculate your risk. I do highly recommend creating a My FX book account while you are backtesting, while you are learning to trade, as you are trading, because it calculates a lot of data that you don't. Okay, it will tell you if you win more during buys versus sales. Trading a specific type of day or time of day. Is it the afternoon sessions that you trade in or the mornings? Do you win more on this pair versus that pair? It gives you a lot of information. So I would definitely recommend to all traders, no matter what you are trading, if it's in MT4, connect it. Okay. And then there's an average daily range link here. Because if you are like me, like I know on average, ACAD throws about 56 pips per day. Okay, the ADR calculator will tell you for your pair, because when you're beginning, you're new, you should be trading 1 to 2 pairs, no more than that. But this is going to give you the information to tell you about how much movement you're going to get on that pair per day. Okay, and because my team trades everything, we do also compound, and we compound our forex, binary options, as well as cryptocurrency trading accounts. We do compound all of them. So there's a link to the compounder that I use, or the compound calculator that I use as well. Now here would be the steps that I would take to do a screenshot for my digital journal. I do a digital journal because I am a very visual, hands-on type learner. So for me to learn from my past mistakes, because trading is not 100%, right? So for me to learn from my past mistakes, I need to see it as it happened, or what it looked like, or what my thought process was when I initially took the trade. So on this setup, this is UJ. This is everything that's in here, right? I zoom the screen in so that I can see the pair and the time frame that I was trading on. And then in here, I give you some things to fill in. So what was the date? The time that you were trading? Was this demo or live? What time frame was it on, right? Was this a buy or a sell? And then enter in your regular things that you put in your MT4, like your entry price, your stop loss, your take profit. What was your risk size? So that's when you'll start to use the Nash Markets calculator for your risk size, your ratio for the risk to reward, and the lot size that you used, right? And when I say risk size, let's just put percent here. Like, what percent of your account did you risk, right? What was the ratio and what was the lot size? Okay. And then these are your pre-entry notes. When you created this setup, what were you looking for, or what were you looking at, or what did you understand that the market was saying, right? And then after that, what was your starting balance, your profits or losses there, and then your ending balance, and then your post notes. So after the trade is over, what was that thought process that you had? Were you right? Were you wrong? Were you almost right? Right? So fill out this information so that you have a copy of it. And you're going to do this as many times as it takes for you to become consistent in your strategy. Okay? So you're going to continue to go through the replay bar, or it's actually called bar replay. I don't know why I say replay bar. It just makes sense to me that way. But I digress, right? You're going to want to continue to play out the candles to see what the movements look like, to see if you're right, you're wrong, whatever, right? So in our analysis, did we get another touch of the trend line? Because this is the point that we're using for this low. We got to retest, and then let's see what happens after. Let's keep playing. Are we going to create a lower low? Look, we hit TP1. TP1 was hit. So then we would go back over to the journal. And if you took 2 positions, then that means you still have one open with the second TP down here. Okay. If not, then you go back to your journal and you jot everything down. I was correct. Here's the candle that I exited on. If you want to do a secondary screenshot, you could do that as well. And then this is get out. So that's where we exited at. Okay. So then I would take another screenshot of just this area with all of my lines marked up so that I could see them. Okay. I had to insert this little piece as well. This is a bonus journaling technique that I use. Okay. So go up to the top corner of the screen where it says publish, and you want to publish an idea. You can also record a video, okay? But when you want to publish an idea, and this is where you're going to put in like buy idea or sell idea or whatever, you're going to type in your TP, your entry, everything that you would put in on the side of that trading journal that I showed you guys. Everything that you would put in there. You can make it public or private. If you make it public, other users on TradingView can tap in, see the information, as well as provide feedback. Or you can make it private for yourself. If you make it private, TradingView will save it for 90 days, so for 3 months. Okay? And then you can put it as analysis or tutorial, and that's up to you. Long, which is a buy, or short, which is a sell, or neutral in the middle. If you leave it neutral, you know, just for your own notes, if you're publishing this private, that'll just be a reminder for you that you're just backtesting. You can even put backtesting in your title. You can put the category. Was it a trend analysis, harmonic pattern, whatever? So fill that out. If you do like trend analysis, you can pick something, right? So most of the time for us is Fibonacci, okay? And then you can put in any tags. If you have your Twitter account linked, you can share the information to Twitter. If you are doing it private though, you might not want to do that. But this is an additional technique that you can use for journaling. Just be very mindful that it will only stay available for 90 days. Okay? Now, please feel free, because I did go through this kind of fast. I don't really like these videos being too long for you guys. So feel free to rewatch the video, rewind the video. Don't forget to share the content if you think other people on your teams or in your organization or just in your circle of traders can actually get some value from this information. I really like to hear the comments and get the feedback, because the purpose of my YouTube channel is to make sure that you guys understand my journey. Right? I am documenting my personal trading and investing journey. But in addition to that, the purpose for me documenting it is to make sure that other people can benefit and sometimes even learn vicariously through the mistakes that I make. Okay? Just to help you guys get ahead. Now, that for me is going to wrap up today's video. Like I said, go ahead and share, comment below. Let me know what's going on with you and if this was helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are having an awesome and productive week. Bye.